and welcome to the Better Half Hour. I'm Mackenzie.
I'm Josh.
We've been married for almost 11 years. We have 4 little kids, and this is our time to chat after they go to sleep.
Yep, catch up on the week. And we had a fun weekend last weekend. It was, I think, just a surprisingly great weekend.
It was. Yeah. There's so many, there's not that many weeks where we realize we have zero plans, but last weekend was one of those, and we realized that we had nothing to do, and so we decided we would take a day trip up to Payson, Arizona.
Yeah, so it's about an hour and a half, 40 minutes, depending on where you're going outside of where we live. We live on kind of the eastern side, so we're already maybe 30 minutes closer than where you would be if you started in the middle of Phoenix. And it was just so pretty. It was going to be like 112 or 113 here in the valley, and up there it was really, really nice.
Yeah, the forecast said like 92, 94, but it was like stormy and it was beautiful.
Yeah, that's the thing. If the storm wouldn't have rolled in, I think it would have been still fun, but there's like a storm rolled in, and 90% of the time we were there, it was just kind of like overcast. We got with like a little bit of rain here and there, but still like nice and warm. So the kids could play in like the stream and get a little wet. And yeah,
that's just perfect. I think there needs to be a name for like we thought about going hiking, but I think like we need to just find a pretty spot and just hang out there. That's what I like.
Yeah,
I love hiking too, but
what I feel like there has to be a name for that, but
I don't know.
Yeah, like Wanderlust or something. Like, yeah, where you
there
just
probably is something
where you find a spot and play. Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know.
It's like when you get to the destination on the hike and you just want to hang out there, but instead of hiking, you just drive to the destination and
or I guess, but like even if you just like are on a hike and you find like a brilliant spot along that place and you just like, hey, why don't we just stay here and play? This is probably more fun than finishing the hike or whatever. I mean, there is a lot to be said for, finishing a hike and for doing what you set out to do, but like,
yeah. And with kids, sometimes it's easier to just go and enjoy it and not have to push through them whining.
Yeah. And this was so nice because we went to this place that we had found when we had just kind of randomly pulled off the road a few months ago. And so we went there, and then we were planning on maybe leaving there and going hiking, but like the kids just didn't want to leave, and we were just like, all right, like it was so much fun.
Yeah. It's just like a pretty stream and some big trees, and they were building little forts with sticks, and they were just having the best time.
Splashing in the stream. Like the stream, it was deep in it probably would have gone up to like my waist maybe if I didn't go in, but like that's what it looked like.
Yeah, it wasn't very deep.
And there were a few other families that came and they had fun. Like Archie got another dog to play with a little bit. And yeah, it was just
it's definitely worth the drive.
Yeah.
I think we were there for as long as we were driving, maybe even less, but
no, we were there for a while. Well,
probably about 4 hours.
4 or 5 hours.
We went and ate afterwards.
Yeah, that's true. But we only drove for 3 hours. Yeah, it was awesome. So that was great. I kind of want to go back this weekend, but it's supposed to be like 99 there this weekend, and no chance of rain or storm or anything.
Might not be as. Maybe we should just keep it as a magical thing and not.
Magical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We keep thinking about it though, like, oh, that was so nice.
Yeah.
So nice.
So that was
nice to have a day with nothing to do.
Yep. But yeah, so that was last Saturday or last Saturday, and it was just great. It's funny, just like every day we've been talking about how great it was and wanting to go back. But
yeah, it really was awesome. Our kids have been in school for a week now. Yeah, and it's going well. They're both loving their classes, and it's been good. There's a new rule at our school.
Oh, this is
well, it's actually a Arizona statewide rule. Our dog always finds something to bark at. But do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, no, go ahead. You're fine.
The rule is that the schools can't have ultra processed foods. Students can't have them, well, unless they're sent in their lunches. schools can't serve and teachers can't and parents can't give kids ultra processed foods during the school day at all. So there's like a list of certain ingredients that can't be in them.
Yeah. And so, okay. I am like, first of all, I know that this is going to get controversial. If you comment on it, please be respectful.
It's probably
and we haven't even talked about see how much we agree on it. So we might have a little bit of a debate here. Here's the thing. I'm like 90% totally on board with this. Mm-hmm. And if I could pick between it being a like rule and not being a rule, I think I would pick it being a rule. I think the biggest thing are that like the birthday snacks kind of
yeah, that's the biggest bummer because like they gave us a list. I think there are probably other things that could be on that list that don't have the ingredients, but the ones they gave us are all like Annie's crackers and Pirate's Booty.
That's what's gonna get okay. I gotta find a measured way to talk about it because I always get blamed in the especially shorts for my comments here. So one, I feel like the things that they put on the list are like not any. Okay, all right.
We might be on the same page here.
Okay, so I love cutting out ultra processed foods, but I do not like when people just narrow in on one ingredient about ultra processed foods that make it bad. Like, and I know that there's like people will get on, a thing where they're like talking about seed oils or specific food dyes or like any one of these things. And they I'm sure that there's points to all of those things, but like, in my opinion, what makes ultra processed foods really dangerous to like human health is mostly just the complete manufacturing and how satiable they are and how easy they are to eat and how much food science goes into like making us want to consume more and more and more of them. And this is not addressing that at all, because bottom line is if you get Pirate's Booty and if it doesn't have whatever dye that they're talking about, kids are still going to want to eat a ton of Pirate's Booty. And that's like 90% of the issue. And you can still have like the 10% of the issue that you can get hyper focused on for whatever ingredient you're worried about in that time of life, but like you're still not addressing the root cause. And I think that this is teaching kids to be like, okay, well, as long as you avoid like X, Y, and Z ingredients, then you're healthy, when in reality you're just maybe missing 10% of the issue but still not addressing the root cause of the issue. There's my rant. What do you think?
Yeah, those are my thoughts too. Like they're still pretty processed foods. You know, but they're just less fun for the kids.
In my opinion, this is not cutting out ultra processed foods.
Yeah.
And so here's the thing. One, I think that you can have like, if you enjoy ultra processed foods in moderation, I think that's fine. And I think that like kids' birthdays, I wish that instead of doing, I think that a much healthier way is instead of saying, okay, you can only bring this like approved 10 item list of things that are still unhealthy. I wish that they would say, hey, let's celebrate everybody. Let's do like just combined celebrations and have and enjoy like some actual yummy, birthday food combined or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they can't have it at all. So
I know, but that's what I mean. Yeah. Like I feel like a better law would be to be like, okay, there's like once a month where you can have ultra processed foods or something. Because I feel like this is just not actually addressing the like 90% of the issue. If they're still just going to serve these like still ultra processed foods that narrowly avoid the defined list of ingredients.
Yeah, it's tough. Like I don't know what the right solution is, because you can't just have like fruit or something, because it has to be packaged.
But see, that's where I don't know, man. Like I would rather, I think that you're gonna teach kids healthier habits if you do just get fruit, and like if you say, okay, we're gonna maybe the teacher washes the fruit in the like before they serve it or whatever. Like I don't know. I mean, I get that there's safety issues with wanting to serve prepackaged food, but it's like, really, you think that like a parent is going to poison fruit? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think that just like,
or just find like non-food ways to celebrate, I guess.
That's true too.
I don't know.
Yeah, but it's just like, okay, could we not bake something that's like you're I'm still that's still like not super healthy, but if you bake like oatmeal cookies and bring baked oatmeal cookies that only have like 5 ingredients, like I think that's just like a healthier way to do it. I know it's sugar and everything, but like,
I think with like kids that are allergic to nuts and stuff, that can be an issue.
but there's all, yeah, but you can just let the parents know that, and then because
Yeah.
that could be an issue if they get nuts in whatever
But I
packaged food
think
that they get.
anything homemade, you have to be really careful about, like how it
Well,
was.
then you drop it off at the administration, and then the administration clears it and say, okay, is there a nut
I
allergy?
don't know. If you're listening to this and your school district like allows homemade food or something, let us know how that works. I don't know.
It's just like, I get that there are possible issues. Like I can conceive of safety
Uh-huh.
issues, but like, I think we just need to live in a higher trust society than that. And like, I don't know, kids can get sick from, from packaged food too, that's expired or whatever. And like, it's not like you can eliminate all risk. And it's just teaching, I think it's just teaching kids, like ultimately, I think it's teaching kids unhealthy habits. And that's going to have like a much more detrimental hit to kids' health than, like somebody baking, like under baking money or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like I wonder how they explained it to the kids at school. And I wonder, I mean, because Liam was telling me like, oh, we can't bring donuts anymore. But like, yeah, how will we explain it to them that you can't bring the treat you want to bring? We have to bring one of these. They probably won't have that big of an issue with it, but
Yeah.
it just feels less exciting.
I don't know. Again,
it's like a good move. I think there should be better regulations for food in school.
Yes. I think it's just, if we're going to do it at school, I think it should come with education surrounding it, and like teaching actual nutrition. And by the way, we should say like, we're not nutritionists at all, like this is not health advice or whatever, but I just think that you're going to run into you're going to raise less healthy kids if you're teaching them to like skirt around ultra processed foods by getting, foods that are still ultra processed that just miss ingredients or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, I've already gone.
Yeah, I felt the same way.
Yeah. So I don't know what I think with Liam, I mean, we got to figure that out, because I think he wanted to celebrate his birthday at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, we still need to figure that out. It's true.
So I think we can just do like some 3D prints. We can print like,
we could just bring something that's not food. That'll probably be more fun for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they're probably going to get upset that it's like a choking hazard or something.
It's nothing to be like riled up about, but it's just interesting.
Yeah. And that's it. I do think that like parents, if there's going to be like protests over this or what, like I'm not going that far.
Yeah. And I think it might help like the school lunch situation. That might change things to be slightly healthier, hopefully.
Who knows? Yeah, that's what I worry about. I don't know. I just, okay. It blew my mind. I taught for 2 years, and blew my mind the things that kids would bring, like to school. Like they would just for breakfast they would just bring like a pack of hot Cheetos.
I'm laughing, but I believe you. Yeah.
And it's just like so.
Well, and our kids will be like, "Why don't we have fruit by the foots in our lunches?"
What? And it's just like these kids would bring, like, have 2 bags of hot Cheetos, and then they like by the end of first period, they're grumbling about having a stomach ache. I'm like, yeah, because the first thing you ate when you woke up was 2 packages of hot Cheetos.
That's probably on the parents.
No, I know it's on the parents.
Yeah.
But and look, personally, like my parents did big huge breakfasts, and now like my stomach, and I always had stomach aches and stuff in high school, and now I don't like eat breakfast anymore because I do like this intermittent fasting thing, and my stomach feels so much better. So like there's a lot of ways that you improve, and like a lot of things are personal, like just do it.
But I don't think in any case starting the day with hot Cheetos is the way to go.
It's just like, can you not make this connection here that like there's like 2 packs of hot Cheetos you ate, like,
oh, that's too bad.
And I get it, like parents like don't have time, like I get all this, like parents don't have time, parents like are strapped for money, and like it's like I totally understand all of this. It's just like, what are we, like we're not actually addressing the root cause of the issue if we're not teaching kids somewhat healthy ways to eat.
Because they might not be getting that education at home. So Yeah.
And ultimately, if we just like, try and nibble around the edges of these things, then we're just going to push companies. It's basically just going to be like the labeling thing all over, where it's like, okay, they're just going to like label it and then find.
I saw that they just label food dyes as different things now.
Right. Like,
yeah.
Again, am I opposed to getting the red dye out of food? No, but I also don't think that that's like, I think that that's maybe like a 1% issue. Like that might help by a very, very, very small percent. So am I opposed to getting it out? No. Do I think it's a good thing? Yes. Do I think that you're making a healthier choice for your kid by like, like, do I think that in and of itself is going to be a reason to like get something that's otherwise like the exact same thing? I think that that's like where you run into a mistake. You know what I mean? Anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. Should be focused on whole foods, not on differently processed foods.
Yeah. And the way I think about it, it's like if you cut out red dye and you also cut out ultra processed foods, then that's great. But it's like if you're to pull all the red like Skittles out of a bag of Skittles and eat all the other Skittles, like I don't think you've really helped yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think if you were to replace Skittles with grapes, then great. You know what I mean? Then yeah, you're gonna feel better, and you might be like, oh, I cut out the red dye, but it's like, no, you cut out ultra processed foods, and
you
that's
might have a lot of people disagreeing with you here, though.
I know that, but this is where I think that like there's correlation, not causation, and people get that mixed up a lot. Anyway,
come at us.
There's my hot take, and yeah, I know I'm gonna. Okay, I'm gonna say this. If you do feel like you want to come, just if you see this in a short, go watch the whole podcast and then engage there.
Yeah.
Instead of in the short, because it's hard to keep all the context in a 30-second short.
That's true. We make people mad when they don't watch the whole episode.
Yeah. Which there's plenty to be mad about. I know I'm saying some inflammatory things, but like, just come like listen to the whole inflammatory thing. So. Again, and I should say again, we're not nutrition. I'm not like a nutritionist. This is not health advice. This is my personal,
I feel like so much of the information we have on nutrition is not like well backed anyway. So I don't know.
Yeah.
People will have things to say about that too. Anyway, we want to play our game, or we can talk about our grand idea.
Let's talk about your idea. Yeah.
Okay. So I had a thought. I went and toured our local YMCA this week with my toddler and baby because our toddler doesn't take naps, except he did today, and that was maybe not the best choice because he didn't go to sleep.
Oh, it's fine. I would rather have you having a nap or having some time
really
during
nice
the day and then us having less time at night. Like
he had to lay by him for like 2 hours to go to sleep. So
yeah.
Anyway, but he doesn't take naps, and the days are just really long with him home. He's not ready for preschool yet. And sometimes I just like need a break to breathe, or like to respond to emails, or to do some stuff on the computer, like sign kids up for things, just things that need to be done that I can't always do when I'm with him. And so I was just going through options of what I can do to have somebody else watch him while I do the things I need to do. And
yeah, I would just say it's like a really tricky spot to be in, because it's like you don't want to get like a whole nanny. Like it's hard to find like somebody that can come do it for an hour or two in the middle of the day, because like you can't pay someone like a wage to come do this. You can't.
Yeah, and then the people who are available in the daytime are adults or young adults, and so you got to pay them well. It's not like you can hire like a 12-year-old to come over for a few hours.
And it's hard to make it worth their time to like just. They probably have another job. Not very many people just have 2 hours in the middle of the day when they're not doing anything.
Exactly.
So it's really hard. Like it's really a hard solution to find. So
yeah, it's been me trying to figure it out a lot. But our idea is that because I would want to use a gym sometimes to exercise, sometimes to just do my own thing, it would be so awesome if there was a place with like daycare similar to a gym where you can just come and show up and drop off your kids for 1 to 2 hours a day and have space to work on your computer or exercise. Or I mean, we had a lot of ideas of what you could do with this. You could have craft classes. What were our other thoughts?
Just like a little
cafe, like where people can meet up. Anyway, I think it would be so awesome, and this place should exist somewhere.
Yeah. So we kind of got in the weeds a little bit. There's a difference between where parents can drop off their kids and leave, and then that's a lot more like regulated. You have to have like a lot more certifications. There's so it would just be really, really hard. And then the reason that gyms can offer, I wouldn't say childcare, but child like I think that there's like a different term for it.
I don't know.
It's like where you just like watch the child or whatever, because the parents are still like the primary, like have primary responsibility for the child when they are dropped off at the gym. So the parents like
because you're still in the building.
Because you're still in the building, and so like the parents still have like the liability for the child. I mean, I'm sure if there's like something that was that the gym did that was super unsafe or something, then they would have like liability issues and stuff. But it's like, the parents are still in charge of the child when they're at the gym, even if someone else is watching them for that time. So I think the other thing is you have to have like a curriculum if you like are technically a child care, and you have like all these things,
probably a lot of training and stuff.
So so it would be something that like the parent would need to be able to stay on the premises and not like go do shopping or run other errands. I think it would have to be like, okay, they could go and sit on a table and work or socialize or something. Or
so like smallest version would be like a little workspace. Expanding would be like a cafe. And then more would be, rooms to exercise or have classes, or even a salon or a spa would make so much money if moms could come and drop off their kids for an hour and get their hair done or whatever. Go to the sauna. Like, I don't know.
That would be amazing. Yeah. I think if you had like one big room that you could use like for exercise classes, or just a gathering, room that's like maybe the size of like half a basketball court or something. And then if you had another room that was like kind of a conference room where people could just come set up their laptops and work, and you had like,
my best idea was it also needs some nap pods.
This is a good idea,
because there are many days I would pay money to go and take a nap.
Yes.
Nap
pods would be clutch for this.
Yes.
And you can, there's also like pods that are isolated, where you can work in there.
The little soundproof boxes. You could take important phone calls and stuff. Sometimes you just need an hour to just compose yourself, and then you can be a better parent. That's all I'm saying.
So I guess comment like, because I think we are like, I don't know, starting on the path of trying to maybe consider doing this.
Yeah, it's fun to think about. It's overwhelming too, but it's kind of fun.
I mean, but I think you would need to charge around $18 to $20 an hour for each kid.
Yeah, and I'm thinking like membership style.
Yeah.
Like a gym. So you have a limited number of hours you can use per day or per week of childcare.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not like you have total unlimited childcare, obviously. It's like if you sign up for a month, then you would have like, maybe 10 hours that month and max like 3 hours a day or something like that.
Yeah. And I think you'd have to, we're just, having a planning meeting here on the podcast.
Yeah. That's what this is for.
You might have to do like time slots so that it doesn't come in, the busiest time of day is like 9 to 11 or whatever. And then nobody's there at nap time. Like,
but like for you, then where it's just like, okay, you have, I guess with naps, it is kind of hard to figure out, but like, I feel like everyone's kids kind of take naps at a slightly different time.
Hopefully it would be like pretty staggered. I think you'd pay a little more if you're doing a drop-in. So it's still an option, but it's more expensive.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But either way, you have to schedule like a day in advance, do you think? Or
I don't know. I think you need to have the drop-in option.
Drop-in option.
You don't know how bad your night of sleep is going to be.
That's a good point. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I think that would be fun.
We have so many ideas for this. It would be awesome. I was looking up and there's like a few like places that are kind of the same idea, but not anything like this.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that it doesn't exist.
Well,
if we had $1 million.
It's, I mean, I think it's hard. I think that the margins are pretty tight.
Yeah.
Because I think you basically have to have one adult for every 8 kids. And so those 8 kids have to be paying for the adult plus, like the daily like lease for
I think you'd have to bring in revenue with all the other things.
But that's hard. That's hard to do.
Yes. But if they're paying for like a workout class or
But then you're paying the workout
You also
instructor
have
too.
like a little. Oh, you also have a boutique in there that only sells things from like locally owned women places.
I mean, yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's just
We're supporting.
but like all these other
Sorry,
things have like very small margins too. Like
Yes.
I don't know how much like the margins from a cafe and the boutique.
I know, because you also have to
and the
pay for
workout
everything that's
classes.
going on there.
Yeah, like I don't think that I think you have to be able to like make at least somewhat profitable. Like even if it's just like 10%
Oh yeah,
profitable
it needs to be.
with just the childcare though.
Yeah. So you need a lot of people to sign up, and you need enough space for all those kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yep.
Look, all I'm saying is we could, it's tough. what I want to do is just get my mom to move out of her house and then just run this out of her house.
There we go.
I'm kind of being serious.
I don't think that's legal.
Yeah, maybe not.
Definitely not.
No, why? Are you saying definitely? I don't know if it's definitely.
I guess
not. You can have home chat.
Yeah, you can have.
You have
That's
home
true.
daycares.
That's true. Yeah, lots of people run drop-off daycares at their houses.
So why is?
But then yeah, you just have people hang out at the house.
Yeah, there's. Okay, so my mom has, like, if she moves out, like, and my mom would never agree to this, by the way. But I'm just saying, like, or just rent a house, or just if you just go rent a house and do this,
Yeah,
because that's gonna be cheaper than like buying.
All right, now we're on to something.
Okay, so like so you lease a house, right? The kitchen area. Sorry.
But then you can really only do like 8 kids.
I don't know.
I don't know if even if you have 2 adults, I'm not sure how many you can have in your house at a time. I'll have to look into that.
But say 8 kids. Say you cap it out at 8 kids. Mm-hmm. So you have the kitchen, and say you just have like the kitchen as like a socialization area where you stock it with like, just like a coffee maker and just light foods that people can graze on. So you have 4 rooms upstairs. So you have like a 4-bedroom house. Mm-hmm. You have like, like the master, you could do like a crafting, like workout area or something. And then like the individual rooms, you could do like a little podcast studio like this one in one room that people could go
another
work
thing
in.
We want. Content creators can have a little space.
You could have like
stuff.
a room that has like 3 nap pods in it. Mm-hmm. And you could have like an office area where people could go and do their work. And then like so you have the kitchen, and then like the whole living room is like the daycare area.
Okay, let's do this.
And the rent is like, say, $3,000 a month, like a mortgage on a house. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
All right. Gotta check how many kids we can have.
Could you make that work? Okay, I guess could we make that work with 8 kids? Say you have. We may do a little math here on the fly. Right. So let's say you need to cover. Okay, so if you have 8 kids, let's just say you have 8 kids for 8 hours a day, paying $20 or paying $15 an hour. Okay. 8 times 8 times 15. It's $960. Say you do it for 20.
That seems like so much though, because like if you have 2 kids to drop off, paying $30 for an hour.
Paying 30? You're losing $30? What do you mean?
Like if I wanted to come to this place and I have to bring 2 of my kids, I have to pay $30. People actually pay that much for like a trampoline park. So
yeah, but you pay that much. Yeah, for pretty much any activity you do with your kids, you're paying $15 for the hour.
Yeah. Okay, keep going.
Okay, maybe you have a sibling discount where you do 15 for one and 12 for the other, or whatever. But okay, so I mean, fully. So that would be 8 times 8 times 15. That's $960 if you do it for 20 days a month. That's $19,000. So you say $3,000 for the mortgage, and then you have $10,000 for salary for like 2 part-time workers. You're pretty much there.
Yeah.
So you'd be doing like 13, and then like another $2,000 for insurance and stuff. So you're like $15,000 outlay, $19,000 revenue. Oh, all right. You're looking at 10% profit there.
Rent a house. Obviously, you have to have like a lot of rentals have requirements on what kind of businesses you can run out of them. So
make this an investment. Just go.
There we go.
Just go buy a house. Pay the mortgage on it.
All right. You're seeing this happen in real time.
Yeah. All right.
Check in next month, and we'll be running another business.
Nick, just like the thumbnail with us like looking distraught. By the way, we have nowhere near enough money to go be able to go buy a second house.
Definitely not.
But Just saying.
This is fun to think about. And if you're listening and you do have money for a second house, you should start this.
I really wonder about like how if you're able to run a business like that outside of a house, because again, you can do child like daycares.
That's what I'm wondering too. But like if you're also using the other rooms for stuff, but people aren't paying extra to use the other rooms.
No, they're
just hanging out at the house.
They're just hanging out at the house, paying for the daycare.
What would the laws be around this?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, so much fun.
You could have the kitchen inspection thing done, and then you can make cookies. People can come hang out and eat cookies while their kids are being watched.
Yeah.
I see no problem here.
Yeah. Seriously. Just like you have like a soda. You can do dirty sodas. People would love that. You just have like a little soda machine, and you have like all the like little squeeze things that you can like make your own dirty sodas.
This is great.
This is great.
I feel like I can't think of the problems that would.
I'm sure there's
probably problems. So many problems with this, but I just can't think of them right now.
All right. All right, let's go find a house.
Okay. Good plan. Okay, we have a game to play also. It's not much of a game. We've talked too long.
I think we're out of time.
Okay.
We can do this. Let's just do our top parents.
Okay. We're doing our top fictional parents.
Okay.
And maybe the worst too.
Okay. We'll see how long they go.
All right. Who's your top? I bet we might have the same.
Corey's parents in Boy Meets World.
I knew you were going to pick someone from Boy Meets World.
They're the best parents.
They were good.
They're actually like good parents.
Yeah.
Like the first season of Boy Meets World, they were kind of the typical like dumb parents and like the, like had no idea what's going on. But like they really started becoming great parents throughout the series with some assist from Mr. Feeney. And yeah, I think that was pretty easy. Best parents.
Those were good ones. I would need to rewatch to like remember how they were. But I think it's hard to beat Bandit Healer.
Oh man. Oh.
It's a tough one to beat.
Oh man. You pulled the trump card. The bluey trump card.
Sorry.
Okay. Here's the deal.
Okay.
Our Bandit and what's her name? Bandit and Chili. Are they great parents? 100%. And I have only experience with the ages that like Bluey and Bingo.
That's a good point. They're raising like a 4 and 6-year-old.
So are they great parents to their 4 and 6-year-old? Yeah. But with Boy Meets World, dang, I'm forgetting their names. Alan and
I don't know.
Dang. Okay. But we saw them raise all the way from like an 11-year-old all the way up through like high school and college and into adulthood. And so they shepherded those kids all the way through. They had like big issues come up. They
had to deal with some serious stuff.
They dealt with like death. They dealt with
right.
a bunch of other things. And so I'm just going to say that like we have more data on Boy Meets World.
You make some good points. We need to see what happens when Bluey and Bingo grow up.
We know that they didn't mess up too bad because we saw the flash forward where Bluey showed up with her kid. So it's not like they went crazy and
still
like
want to come
no
home.
Contact. So we know that they're at least like solid parents. So I will give you that.
I bet you they're really good.
I have no reason to suspect otherwise. I'm just saying we know it in Boy Meets World, the story. So
All right. You picked a good one too. The other one I was thinking was Mufasa.
Oh, Mufasa.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Was he though?
Also very, very little dad of there.
What was he? I don't know if he was a good dad.
You don't think so?
I don't know. He's like, I don't know.
He wasn't probably as present as he could have.
Probably not super present. He like his kid was always getting into issues. He had a brother that hated him.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, you have a brother that murders you. Like, I'm not saying like I'm not victim shaming here, but like, there's probably some places he could have performed better in the,
Yeah, that's true. And then Simba did go off the deep end for a little bit.
Yeah.
So
Simba went wild.
Maybe Mufasa was not the best choice.
I think you have a lot of work to do to get Mufasa.
He was good at like teaching the deep lessons that stuck with him, though.
Yeah.
He has that.
Okay.
Being profound. So.
All right.
All right. The worst. Who I wrote down somebody for the worst.
It was hard for me to think of. There's a lot of really.
I think the worst. Matilda's parents, adoptive parents.
Sure.
They're really bad.
Sure. Yeah. Adoptive parents get a pretty bad rap, like the Dursleys and Harry Potter.
Yeah.
If you're counting those as parents.
But I feel like you have a little sympathy for them.
Wow. This is a hot take.
Do you not?
Defending the Dursleys?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
They're abusive.
At what point? I mean, okay.
Why do you keep they keep a child locked in a spider infested closet?
You're right. They're terrible. But like Aunt Petunia, like I feel like when you get to know her a little better, you're like, okay, she has like some humanity to her. You know what I mean? Or like Matilda's parents, there's just you don't have any redemptive.
Yeah, they humanize her a little bit.
Yeah, that's what it. They're really bad. They're also not his real parents or his adoptive parents.
That's true.
So
yeah. Other terrible parents. I don't know. Like it's hard to find parents that are just like bad parents and not just like. I'm trying to think of people that are good people but bad parents. You know, because that's kind of the implication is that okay, like you're just a bad parent. Maybe okay. Will Smith's dad in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Okay.
Not his uncle, but his like actual dad. That's a really sad story. Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't watch all that, so.
I'm just doing all the 90s sitcoms.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Now we left on the bad note of the bad parent.
Okay, what's one more good parent? What about Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince? We brought that up. He was a great father figure.
There we go.
To Elle. And
there we go. There's lots of good
yeah.
TV and book parents.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Well, thank you for listening, and subscribe, follow along.
Tons of
we
hot
appreciate
takes.
it. We're gonna make lots of people mad this episode.
Looking forward to it.
All right. Have a good week.